Silence, all stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Thank you. Admission of lawyers. Cameron Amadi.
May it please the court, I move that Cameron Amadi, my identical twin brother, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Cameron Amadi be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Farina Fazia Ali.
May it please the court, I move that Farina Fazia Ali be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Farina Fazia Ali be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Christopher John Allison.
May it please the court, I move that Christopher John Allison be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christopher John Allison be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Jackson Henry Blundy Edwards.
May it please the court, I move that Jackson Henry Blundy Edwards be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jackson Henry Blundy Edwards be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Gabriella Bogdanovsky.
May it please the court, I move that Gabriella Bogdanovsky be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Gabriella Bogdanovsky be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Emma Caroline Bryant.
May it please the court, I move that Emma Caroline Bryant be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emma Caroline Bryant be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Daniela Marie Kavanagh.
May it please the court, I move that Danielle Marie Kavanagh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Danielle Marie Kavanagh be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Sam Yushen Chen.
May it please the court, I move that Sam Yushen Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sam Yushen Chen be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Isaac Jianhua Chu.
May it please the court, I move that Isaac Jean-Joua Chu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Isaac Jianhua Chu be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Morgan Charles Clifford.
May it please the court, I move that Morgan Charles Clifford be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Morgan Charles Clifford be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Hartley Eden Marcel Dion.
May it please the court, I move that Hartley Eden Marcel Dion be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hartley Eden Marcel Dion be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Amila Dilberovich.
May it please the court, I move that Amila Dilberovich be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Amila Dilberovich be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isabella Caroline Dunstan.
May it please the court, I move that Isabella Caroline Dunstan be admitted as a lawyer in this honourable court.
Let Isabella Caroline Dunstan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jasmine Feng. May it please the court, I move that Jasmine Feng be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jasmine Feng be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zizong Guan.
May it please the court, I move that my former research associate, Zhizhong Guan, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zhizhong Guan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sean James Guerin. May it please the court, I move that Sean James Guerin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sean James Guerin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jessica Katarina Hall.
May it please the court, I move that Jessica Hall be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jessica Katarina Hall be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Won Dong Han. May it please the court, I move that Won Dong Han be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Won Dong Han be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zoe DeLacy Hayes.
May it please the court, I move that Zoe DeLacy Hayes be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable
Let Zoe DeLacy Hayes be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Carla Jane Henry.
May it please the court, I move that Carla Jane Henry be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Carla Jane Henry be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Annalise April Hodge.
May it please the court, I move that Annalise April Hodge be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Annalise April Hodge be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kazi Shailene Hoke.
May it please the court, I move that Kazi Shailene Hoke be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kazi Shailene Hoke be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nashrin Dees Kaur Jagdish Singh.
May it please the court, I move that Nashrin Dees Kaur Jagdish Singh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nashrin Dees Kaur Jagdish Singh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Heng Jin.
May it please the court, I move that Heng Jin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Heng Jin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Khairul Kabir.
Court officer.
May it please the court, I move that Khairul Kabir be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Khairul Kabir be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Chelsea Ann Kennett.
May it please the court, I move that Chelsea Ann Kennett be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Chelsea Ann Kennett be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lena Khan Afridi.
May it please the court, I move that Lena Khan Afridi be admitted as lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lena Khan Afridi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Vangu Kitoko.
May it please the court, I move that Vangu Kitoko be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Vangu Kitoko be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Maximilian Lorenz Clemmer.
May it please the court, I move that Maximilian Lorenz Clemmer be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Maximilian Lorenz Clemmer be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Richard James Lee Cush.
May it please the court, I move that Richard James Lee Cush be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Richard James Lee Cush be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jane Ligdas.
May it please the court, I move that Jane Ligdas be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jane Ligdas be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ellen Louise Manson.
May it please the court, I move that Ellen Louise Manson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ellen Louise Manson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shavani Murray Mutu.
May it please the court, I move that Shavini Marimutu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shavini Maramitu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Glenn Paul Matthews.
May it please the court, I move that Glenn Paul Matthews be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Glenn Paul Matthews be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Michaela Simone McGrath.
May it please the court, I move that Michaela Simone McGrath be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Michaela Simone McGrath be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yuxuan Meng.
May it please the court, I move that Yuxuan Meng be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yuxuan Meng be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anupa Sarah Mohan.
May it please the court, I move that Anupa Sarah Mohan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anupa Sarah Mohan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Stephen Roy Knott.
May it please the court, I move that Stephen Roy Knott be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Stephen Roy Knott be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jason Yu Hin Nung.
May it please the court, I move that Jason Yu Hin Nung be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jason Yu Hin Nung be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Claudia Josephine Ong.
May it please the court, I move that Claudia Josephine Ong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Claudia Josephine Ong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rebecca Joy Perez.
May it please the court, I move that Rebecca Joy Perez be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rebecca Joy Perez be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Krista Periclose.
May it please the court, I move that Krista Periclose be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Krista Periclose be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Vivian Poir.
May it please the court, I move that Vivian Poir be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Vivian Poir be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anthony Ross.
May it please the court, I move that Anthony Ross be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anthony Ross be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emily Jane Ross.
May it please the court,
I move that Emily Jane Ross be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily Jane Ross be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Samantha Naomi Siva Subramaniam.
May it please the court, I move that Samantha Naomi Siva Subramanian be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Samantha Naomi Siva Subramanian be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christine Scaff.
May it please the court, I move that Christine Scaff be admitted
Sorry.
as a lawyer.
Sorry, I think someone has stood to move.
Apologies, Your Honour.
So I'll allow a second mover, so to speak. Thank you.
May it please the court, I move that Christine Scaff be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christine Scaff be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
T Song.
May it please the court, I move that T Song be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let T Song be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Julia Teresa Spicer.
May it please the court, I move that Julia Therese Spicer be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Julia Teresa Spicer be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexander Duncan St. John.
May it please the court, I move that Alexander Duncan St. John be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alexander Duncan St. John be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Erin Page Taylor.
May it please the court, I move that my former associate, Erin Page Taylor, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Erin Page Taylor be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hannah Elizabeth Buddy Townley.
May it please the court, I move that Hannah Elizabeth Buddy Townley be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hannah Elizabeth Buddy Townley be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christine Tripchevska.
May it please the court, I move that Christine Tripchevska be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christine Tripchevska be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexandra Grace Vincent.
May it please the court, I move that Alexandra Grace Vincent be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alexandra Grace Vincent be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Remy Ella Wilding.
May it please the court, I move that Remy Ella Wilding be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Remy Ella Wilding be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lucy Janet Barnett Williamson.
May it please the court, I move that Lucy Janet Barnett Williamson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lucy Janet Barnett Williamson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nyi Zhao.
May it please the court, I move that my colleague Nyi Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nyi Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admissions have been moved or who have sworn an oath or made an to swear an oath or make an affirmation. Would all newly admitted lawyers please stand as directed by the officiating officer?
Could rows 1 and 2 on my right please stand? Cameron Amadi. Farina Fazia Ali. Christopher John Allison. Jackson Henry Blundy Edwards. Gabriella Bogdanovsky. Emma Carolyn Bryant. Danielle Marie Kavanagh. Sam Yushen Chen. Isaac Jianhua Chu. Morgan Charles Clifford. Hartley Eden Marcel Dion. Amelia Dilbarovich. Isabella Caroline Dunstan. Jasmine Feng. And Zi Zong Guan. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could rows 3 and 4 on my right please stand? Sean James Guerin. Jessica Katarina Hall. Wan Dong Han. Zoe DeLacy Hayes. Carla Jane Henry. Annalise April Hodge, Kazi Shailin Hoke, Nashwin Dishkaur Jagdi Singh, Heng Jin, Khairul Kabir, Chelsea Ann Kennett, Lina Khan Afridi, Fangu Kitoko, Maximilian Lorenz Clemmer, Richard James Lee Kush, Jane Ligdas, Ellen Louise Manson, Shavani Marimutu, and Glenn Paul Matthews. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down. Could the row in front of me please stand? Michaela Simone McGrath, Yushwan Meng, Anupa Sarah Mohan, Stephen Roy Knott, Jason Yu Hin Nung, Claudia Josephine Ong, Rebecca Joy Perez, Krista Periclos, Vivian Poir, Anthony Ross, Emily Jane Ross. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
So help me God.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could the two rows on my left please stand? Samantha Naomi Sivasubramaniam, Christine Scaff, T. Song, Julie Teresa Spicer, Alexander Duncan St. John, Erin Page Taylor, Hannah Elizabeth Buddy Townley, Christine Pripchevska, Alexandra Grace Vincent, Remy Ella Wilding, Lucy Janet Barnett Williamson, and Nene Zor. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down.
Now that the formal part of the proceedings is complete, I would like warmly to welcome you and your family and friends to the Supreme Court of New South Wales, including those who are here virtually by watching the ceremony online. I'm Justice Ward. I'm the President of the Court of Appeal and, at the moment, the Acting Chief Justice. I have the honour to represent the Chief Justice at today's very special ceremony for all of our newly admitted lawyers. Present with me on the bench today is Justice Garling to my right, who is a judge sitting in the Common Law Division of the Court, and Acting Justice Price, who is a judge sitting in the Court of Appeal. Together we constitute the court which has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you to practice. I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, the Gadigal of the Eora Nation, and I pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I recognise the long-standing and enduring customs and traditions of Australia's First Nations peoples and their deep connection with country. I welcome any of our First Nations peoples here today or watching the ceremony online. Last year, this court celebrated its 200th anniversary. It is, you might be surprised to learn, one of the oldest continuing courts in the common law world. That is something of which we judges, and I hope now you as well, are immensely proud. We had a celebration a ceremonial sitting in this very courtroom, which was even more fully packed than today, and a YouTube video of the ceremony is available on the court's website, which you may wish to watch. To all of the newly admitted lawyers, the shining stars of today's ceremony, it is a great pleasure indeed to welcome you individually to the legal profession of this state. It is now over 40 years since I was admitted as a solicitor in this very same courtroom. The last ceremony of the day, because my surname began with a W. I well recall the solemnity of the occasion, the searching gaze of the then Chief Justice Sir Lawrence Street as each lawyer was admitted, a gaze that I have tried but am sure have failed dismally to emulate, and the excitement and pride of my parents who were here to witness the ceremony. It was the very first time that either of them had set foot in a court, let alone the Banco court. Little did I imagine, or could they have dreamt, that I would one day be presiding over just such a ceremony. Perhaps that particular honour lies in the future for one of today's cohort of lawyers. I've referred to my own admission ceremony, which is, of course, part of ancient history, for a number of reasons. First, because although much has changed in the legal profession over the years, the traditions and fundamental ethos of our profession have not. In being admitted as a lawyer today, you have each joined a centuries-old profession with ancient origins. The custom of advocates swearing an admissions oath dates back to the 12th century. You might well think our wigs and robes go back almost as far. As I said, we celebrated our bicentenary last year. The Supreme Court at first admitted lawyers to practice in 1824, and by 1830 the names of lawyers were entered onto rolls in this state, as yours will be after this ceremony. So you've now become part of this tradition over 200 years, almost 200 years later. Perhaps for some of you, or more likely your family and friends, that will feel like as long as you have been studying to get to this point today. The continuing traditions of our legal profession are important to acknowledge. At the heart of our system of law is the direct relationship between the court and lawyers as officers of the court. The oath or affirmation you have made today, witnessed by your family and peers, is a serious one, and it deserves solemn regard. You must always remember that admission as a member of the legal profession is a privilege, not a right. Importantly today, you assume ethical obligations over and above those demanded of you as members of the community. The legal profession is dedicated to upholding the rule of law, one of the most important pillars of a peaceful and democratic society. So the standards expected of you as legal professionals are correspondingly high. As lawyers, in whatever area you practice, and whether or not you practice as a lawyer, you should be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice. You will owe onerous duties to your clients, but you must always remember that your paramount duty is to the court. Among the obligations you acquire to the court today are a duty of full disclosure of the relevant law, a duty of candour not to mislead the court or knowingly to permit your client to do so, a duty to refuse to permit the commencement or continuance of baseless proceedings, a duty to exercise care before making allegations of misconduct against any other person, a duty not to assist any form of improper conduct, and a duty very close to my heart to conduct cases before the court efficiently and expeditiously. Your duty to the court requires that you comply faithfully with your ethical obligations, no matter what pressures may be placed upon you, and no matter that at times they may conflict with your client's wishes or desires. It is in acknowledgement of this weighty responsibility that we observe today's unique formalities. But not everything in the legal profession has remained unchanged over the years. Some of those changes are the product of changes in our society. When I commenced practice as a solicitor, women did not occupy senior positions in the law. There were no female partners in the large commercial law firms. There was only a handful of female silk, and there were no female judges on this court. And women who appeared in court were not seen if they wore trousers. Not only are women now seen at the highest levels in our profession, but some are even admitted wearing power suits today. Some of those changes are the product of technological developments. When I first commenced practice as a solicitor, our firm had Wang computers, and they occupied almost a whole floor of the building. The latest innovation was the telex machine, or perhaps the golf ball typewriter. Today, you will work, no doubt, in offices where the computer capacity appears unlimited, but the space occupied by computers is conversely very small. And communication is almost instantaneous, with email, not to mention Zoom. Flexible working arrangements are de rigueur. Of course, with those changes comes increasing work pressures, particularly from clients who expect instantaneous delivery of legal services, and unforeseen dangers. Think, for example, of the lawyer unfortunately stuck behind a kitten Zoom filter. The change that is the most important for the future of our profession is the increasing diversity of the profession, and you are visible proof of that diversity. You will each have taken a different, though in many cases similar, path to join the legal profession. You come from different homes, different backgrounds, and different cultures. Some of you, like me, will be the first in your family to have studied law. Some of you will have had the good fortune to be able to debate legal propositions with other lawyers in your family, perhaps even an identical twin. And you may have been able to point out to those members of your family the errors of their legal thinking. You will bring to the practice of law different experiences and perspectives, and you will no doubt have different expectations and aspirations for your career. The legal profession and the administration of justice are enriched by that diversity. Diverse representation ensures that all people who become involved in our justice system can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community that is important to the maintenance of the rule of law. The second reason that I referred earlier to my own admission ceremony is that today is a day of celebration, not just for you, but for your family and friends. You will all have worked extremely hard to reach today's milestone, perhaps through caffeine-fueled nights and obscure problem questions, almost certainly through reading more cases than you can ever hope to remember. You are entitled to be proud of your achievements, and your family and friends who no doubt have supported you through that time are entitled to be proud of you. In fact, many of them may well feel that they are almost equally qualified to be admitted here today, having shared the knowledge of the law that you have gained over the years. No doubt many have been on the receiving end of your finely honed skills of advocacy. Fascinating as the law is, many may well feel that they know more about snails in ginger beer bottles and the cannibalisation of shipwrecked cabin boys than it was ever necessary for them to know. I have no doubt that your family and friends will have played an important role in assisting you to reach today's milestone, and today is a day when I hope you can celebrate together those achievements. Because today is the day that you have entered the real legal world, so to speak. In legal practice, you will now encounter the reality of that world, of eggshell skulls and peppercorn rents. You may even meet the mysterious reasonable person, and you will have to apply the Constitution with an understanding that it consists of so much more than the vibe of the thing. You will be called upon as an advisor, a problem solver, a mediator, an advocate for the marginalised. You may learn the mysteries of time costing and the pressures of running a legal practice. As you go about your day-to-day practice, remember that you're not merely dealing with the law in a vacuum. You are dealing with the law as it applies to people's lives, and you must strive to deliver your legal services competently and fearlessly with courtesy and integrity. If you were under the impression that this was an end to your studies, then it is my unpalatable duty to tell you that you are wrong. As a lawyer, there will always be something new to learn. You need never fear that you will suffer from a bibliophobia, a fear of lack of reading materials. There is no doubt that the law can be a stressful occupation. It is therefore important for you to remember that notwithstanding that you are a diverse group, you now share a common membership with the legal profession. Clients, unsurprisingly, are often demanding. Work might not progress the way you have hoped. You may, and surely this will be rare, encounter difficulty persuading a judge of the wisdom of your arguments or the merits of your client's case. In those times, the support of your peers will be invaluable. Remember to make use of that support, and in that context, I propose now to call upon a young representative from the Law Society of New South Wales to say a few words of encouragement and support. Ms. Bellicas, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Elle Bellicas, and not so long ago, I stood where you are standing today. And what a day it is. You are here being admitted to the Supreme Court role as the final step at the end of a long and arduous journey. You should all be immensely proud of what you have achieved thus far. When I first embarked on my journey as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect. It was not always easy. Sometimes it was overwhelming. However, I stand here today having been practicing as a solicitor for the last 3 years. I specialise in corporate, commercial and civil litigation, and I've also been doing some pro bono work. Overall, I have worked in law firms for about 8 years in different roles, including both small and large firms, as well as in-house at one of the world's largest charities. So I can say that from these experiences, I have already learnt a thing or two. One of the most important things that I have learned is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is an increasingly large and diverse community, and it is a community to which you now belong. The Law Society of New South Wales is the home of that community, with our 43,000 lawyers flung far and wide across the state. We are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, our desire to connect, and our drive to give back to our communities and to uphold the rule of law. As an early career solicitor, being part of a strong network of peers is crucial, and that is why I have been involved in the Law Society of New South Wales and New South Wales Young Lawyers for the last 3 years. It is here where I have found friendship, inspiration, guidance, and support during times where I've needed it the most, as well as opportunities to join committees and advocate. By becoming part of the Law Society of New South Wales and New South Wales Young Lawyers, you are giving yourself access to professional support, professional development opportunities, volunteer opportunities, mentoring, conferences and events, a wide range of publications, and so much more. We encourage you to look us up on our Law Society of New South Wales website to keep up to date with upcoming events, including our flagship Welcome to the Profession event, which will give you the opportunity to celebrate this significant achievement with your peers as well as other members of the profession and get to know a little bit more about your next steps as you embark on your journey as a solicitor. The role of the Law Society of New South Wales is to ensure that you, as a newly minted solicitor, are able to thrive, flourish, and succeed in your new profession. So, again, congratulations to you all. Look us up or speak with your employer. We look forward to welcoming you to the Law Society community. As the court pleases.
Thank you, Ms. Bellicus. In closing, can I say that in my experience, the law is a wonderful profession. It is stimulating, challenging, and satisfying. It is populated by intellectual, committed, and dynamic people. On an appeal a couple of years ago over which I was presiding, Senior Counsel made the surprising submission to the effect that at some stage in every lawyer's career, that lawyer will say, "I don't want to be a lawyer, I want to be a television producer." Well, I can say that submission was not particularly persuasive. Apart from the fact that I am notoriously camera shy, I have never regretted my decision to become a lawyer. You should be proud to be a lawyer, and you should strive to perform your obligations so that you can remain proud to be a lawyer. On behalf of all of the judges in the Supreme Court, and particularly those on the bench with me today, I offer sincere congratulations to each of you on your admission, and I welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.